Hey everyone, so this is going to be two different gameplays. The first one is on CP Steel, where we're defending, and the next section of the video, or the next half of it, will be on Payload Upward, where we're attacking. My first point that I want to make is just a little quick thing about the Kritz and the Uber. I'm personally of the opinion that I like the Kritz better when you're defending. It allows you to really push into your enemy and push them back a great deal. It's not so much important, especially with the prevalence of engineers in regular casual games. It's not as important for a defending team to necessarily have an Uber of their own. It can be very important just for them to stand toe-to-toe with another Ubered team, but your Kritz charges faster than an Uber does, and if you can get your Kritz quickly and go into the enemy team with, say, a heavy, a soldier, or a demo man, which are, in my opinion, three of the best heroes that you want to Kritz. And you can maybe drop the enemy's medic before he can get his Uber charged, or force him to pop it back behind his lines instead of popping it on your engineer. That's really optimal for you. And those are the reasons that I prefer the Kritz when you're defending as opposed to attacking. So now we're going to start to get into some of the quality of life aspects when you're a medic. So as far as what you as a teammate, let's say you don't play medic, things that you can do to help your medic have a better game. The first thing you need to be aware of is, are you a soldier, are you a demo man, and are you a heavy? Those are the three people that I'm looking for, whether I have Kritz or an Uber. But especially if I have a Kritz, I'm looking for those three players. Players that are in fulfilling those roles. The reason for that is that you guys are the kind of players that can do massive splash damage and just massive damage. Each one of Heavy's bullets, when Kritz, will do 100 damage. You lay 2 bullets into somebody and they're dead. Kritz do massive damage. A soldier's rocket, just like that one, would have instantly killed myself with 150 health, and it will kill a whole group of people as well that have that amount of health, or that even are being like Ubered. 2 rockets into a whole group of people will kill a whole entire group of people if you're Kritz. You shouldn't be holding on to your Kritz like this. This drove me nuts, actually. He wanted to jump into the air, but the thing is I had already Kritzed. They saw that we were Kritzed, and they backed up. See, the heavy backed up, and the rest of the team backed up. We only got 1 kill. Whereas if he had just rocket jumped himself forward a little bit and just thrown himself out there and done it, and landed 2 rockets on the whole enemy team, we would have got 3 kills there. Same thing here. Don't bring out your melee weapon when you're playing Demo Man. You need to land your grenades, land your rockets, land your heavy bullets, basically. You also need to not panic, especially if you're the one being healed. You need to think, like, I could get Ubered or I could get Kritzed at any moment. You have to trust your medic, because if you don't, then you're not going to be prepared for a crit or an Uber, and you're going to play like you don't have one. And you should play differently when you're being healed, especially if you find out that you're the pocket. So this heavy, for example, is kind of the only thing that I have to cling on to, and he gets stuck down here, and he stays here for the remainder of the game. Don't do that, guys. We end up losing this pretty handily. My heavy doesn't move until they push to the last point, and then he dies there, and we just end up losing this game. So in this map, I stick with the Kritz just because I just wanted to play. I just lost my last game. I just wanted to go ahead and play. I wanted to see maybe if we could get a quick push with the Kritz. I wanted to get up. I just wanted to see what was going on in the game. I wanted to get a feel for it and see what was going on. Long story short, I died pretty quickly, and they have engineers set up with heavies and all kinds of stuff. So what we really need, since we're attacking, is we need an Uber. We really need something to push into them. We need to be invulnerable, and I need to get on a heavy, and that heavy needs to do massive damage and completely destroy all of their defenses so that we can just break through and push through them. You can't do that with a Kritz, because your Kritzkrieg, heavy Kritz bullets aren't going to do anything to a sentry. You're still just going to get eaten alive by 3, 4, 5 people that are all shooting at you. So now I want to start talking a little bit more about spy stuff. So as a medic, your job is not to kill the spy. Your job is to survive and not drop your Uber right here. I almost single-handedly, I'm pretty sure I single-handedly lost my team the game right there when I dropped that Uber. Sometimes you just need to pop it and this is a mistake that I made, and I'm still, getting back into the game. Sometimes you just need to pop it, and you just need to force your team to use it. A lot of times, too, if a heavy gets Ubered or Kritzed, especially heavies, because they're used to having medics healing them, they'll go, oh shit, and they'll run in. You know, if I had Kritz that heavy there and we had just run in and just killed that sentry, it's not like you only have 5 seconds to use an Uber. You have a good little bit of time. It's more than 5 seconds, 5-10 seconds or so, where you do have some time to use your invulnerability to the best of your ability, essentially. If I had just Ubered him there, instead of just waiting for the perfect optimal time to use it, then we probably would have at least extended this game out a lot longer. Unfortunately, we pretty much just flat out lose it. The heavies give up at this point. The good players kind of just fizzle out, and that was one very crucial, vital mistake that I made this game. Like I was saying earlier about the spies, and this is something for everyone else. This is a quality of life thing for your medic. Your medics, I feel a lot of times like medics have to pay attention to 100 more things than a lot of other classes. Everyone's gunning for you. Everyone wants you dead on the enemy team, and everyone on your team wants to be healed. So you're constantly being pulled in 1,000 different directions while trying to avoid death from every single possible angle. So your head's on a swivel. You're running around doing everything. So spy checks are something very important. Help your medic out. Be conscious of where they are, and keep them safe. Keep their back safe. Make it so that they have an easier time and a better quality of life. You'll notice you'll win a lot more games if you're protecting your medics, if you're protecting your engineers. Those support roles are vitally important. Another dropped Uber right there. It pretty much ensures our demise this game. Those are just the tips that I have for now, guys. It's already a 7-minute video, so I'm just going to wrap it up right there. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.